I think.
I know all the roads. They all lead to the same place. I've put the time in. I've earned my stripes.
Already, I don't wanna.
Introducing your champion.
Open season. May the gods bless us.
Like that. Holy shit. Fuck off.
Let's land.
Off.
Hold your breath if you have to breathe.
Fuck off.
A shooter. Reloading. I'm getting it. Reloading. Top of smoke. On top. Spotted. Throwing thermite. Chimney. Spotted me. First blood.
Enemy taken down.
Kill leader.
New kill leader. Watch for them. Reloading. Med kit here. Got me. I'm down. Going to base.
Grappling.
They spotted me. I'm taking shots. Hitching myself up. They might have seen me.
I got you, friend. Enemy down.
Thanks for that.
I killed the whole squad. Cool.
Reloading. Healing up. Eyes are open though. Energy ammo here. He's got very little projectile drop. Check out this area. Placing a portal. Set the portal. Let's explore this way.
Who's ready to fly?
Enemy spotted.
New kill leader. Call him if you spot him.
Might be something good this way. Med kit here. Frag out. Watch out.
Thermite. Throwing Arc Star.
I'm spotted. Reloading. My shields are being dead.
Lucky us. We are already inside the ring.
They spotted me. I'm taking shots. Reloading. Another enemy down.
Reloading.
For 3D?
Repairing.
Give my shields a
Oh.
recharge. Taking a knee. Patching up. Using a med kit. 1 sec.
I think I had to restart this PC. I'll be right back. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Get audio. It'll be BRB.
Patching myself up.
Wait, hello?
Yeah?
Oh, there we go. Okay, now I got it. Got it. Alright, well, fuck it. PC's in the middle of rebooting.
Having some technical difficulty there?
Always.
Screw that. I don't know if you know what to do if you didn't have issues.
I'm gonna lose audio any second.
Round 2. Beginning ring countdown.
We're inside the ring. Got the positional advantage. Gotta hop up here. Turbocharger for the Havoc or Devotion. Havoc rifle here.
Setting a portal. I'll set the portal.
Tango spotted. Enemy spotted.
On top of the building.
Here I go.
Recharging my shields.
Spotted.
recharge my shield.
It's deja vu with you fighters.
That was unfortunate. Sorry, fellas. That was brutal.
Hello? What's up?
Oh, I was talking to stream.
Okay, just sit back down.
That was just brutal.
Was it?
I
What happened?
played so bad. I mean, I just didn't kill anything when I should have.
It happens. It's known to happen with this nasty girl guy, you know?
It's very, very common practice, apparently.
Doesn't have the drunk or the, 3D in the server, dude. Who knows what's gonna happen?
There we go. We'll use that sign language for you, Exile, since you're at a bar.
Nice. I heard that's a new feature. I saw something, somebody enabled it. It's pretty interesting. The text to closed caption or whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot of people using that shit. This guy that, like, while you were out of town, like, I'd say he's a pretty, like, good streamer as far as, like, numbers wise. He usually has, like, anywhere from 80 to, like, 200 concurrent viewers. Like, just out of random, like, he was just doing the cool thing of, hey, I'm gonna go down the list and I'm gonna find somebody and host them or rate them.
Right?
And, like, he got to my name and he's like, nasty girl, touch my body. Oh, we gotta raid this guy. Fucking stream name says touch my body. So he, like, raided me, and it just so happened that, like, I was in fuego. Like, I couldn't fucking lose. So, like, his whole stream was, like, blowing my shit up, subbing me, following me. And, like, after he did that, I, like, personally thanked him, like, privately, like, hey, dude, I really appreciate you doing that. Like, up. And, like, I went and watched a couple of his streams and, like, donated to him and, just chatted with his group or his players. And, like, he has that shit enabled on his. And I was like, God, like, every time I would, like, give him a bit or something, like, it would, like, say it out in text to speech. I was like, ugh, sounds so bad. But whatever.
The text-to-speech thing isn't horrible. Like, there's like tons of different settings depending on the program you're using to do it. But I was more so talking about I thought this is what you were talking about was the closed captioning. Like, there's an extension on Twitch now that you can enable, like, closed captioning. So anything you
oh,
talk, I guess,
so it basically
say,
types the dialogue out for you.
Yeah, exactly. So people that either A, have the stream muted, or B, are deaf can actually understand what the hell's happening.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, he has, like, text to speech. Like, man, holy fuck, it's awful. Like, just like, I don't know why he does it, but whatever. To each their own.
Like, for everything, or just donations or bits or what?
Donations, and yeah, as far as I know, just donations. It's like, nasty girl has donated 55 bits to. I'm like, ugh. That was just really cool of the dude for doing that. Then another guy did just kind of the same thing with, like, less viewers. Like, he's, like, got 20 something concurrent. Same thing, like, he came in, like, raided me, and it turns out his brother plays for, like, one of the Overwatch League teams.
Nice.
Like, I think he may have said it's either San Francisco or LA team. But his name's Mr. Steez, but I forgot what he said his brother's name was. But I'm sure I could look and see. But I ended up, like, bringing him into the Discord and playing with him. And He played with me and Snarf, and like that was like the day or so after like we told Space Cat to get lost, and like he also plays robot, and it was like we won game after game after. It was the easiest games, and it, like he never forced himself out. Like he was always in the right position, always cover firing. Like he wasn't forcibly using his, like he even said like I never use my zip line to travel. I always use it. I always try to keep it, so I always have it defensively. Like I always try to not use it.
There's a very big difference on people like who approach the game like different ways, right? Like somebody taking Pathfinder and using grapples to get in, zip lines to get in, only to like essentially to engage 1v3, like it's never a smart move, right? Like if you're hunting for kills and you're trying to do, you know, some kind of gameplay revolved around that, then sure, that by all means. But if you're actually trying to win games and not kind of throw in a sense, because I mean some people would see it that way, right? Like competitive players generally would, I think. If you're in 1v3 all the time,
right,
you don't really give your teammates a chance to, for one, keep up, two, engage at the same time as you, regardless of, you know, whatever. Like they essentially, if you go down and you're killed, it's a 2v3 for your teammates now. But now the other team knows you're coming, and you know you're at a massive disadvantage. Also because now, hey, guess what? Third parties can happen, or fourth party, fifth party. You know, like as soon as you engage, you know, all bets are off basically. So understandable. People that try to play around teammates more generally have a much easier time in games, regardless of what it is.
Right. Yeah, I mean, he just like
we could be talking about fucking Dota. We could be talking about fucking Counter-Strike. You know, it doesn't matter. Like people who like approach the game that way just generally have an easier time. I tend to find.
Yeah, no, like it was just like so much more sensical. Like I didn't even have to say anything to the guy about like our prior headaches with the fucking robot. And he like everything he touched base on, like of how he plays robot, was like, I mean, see, this guy gets it. He's like, generally, if I start using my zip line.
What games he played prior to Apex?
He's had to play. Like he was a good player. Like I mean, no, hands down, he was better than Space Cat was, like right out of the gate. So, and his brother obviously playing Apex.
Right.
Or playing Overwatch League, like I'm sure they're both.
Yeah, I'm just curious if he actually played Overwatch and if it's like some of the gaming style is moved over, or maybe not even the style necessarily, but the methodology, the way you would approach the game, you know, essentially kind of carries over from something else, right? Like,
let me pull up his stream. He's streaming right now. I'll ask him.
USAA Bank is here to help. We don't charge monthly service fees, so
I tend to find people that like play games that are less teamwork oriented, like to a degree, right? Like, okay, for me, if you were to ask me, do Counter-Strike players have the same kind of teamwork as a game like Overwatch, where we're talking about 6v6 and it's all dependent on people working together, right? Like it's completely different. I would say CS players are more, you know, I'm just gonna worry about aiming, less about the teamwork side of things, right? Like, so depending on what games people start with or have played in the past, I feel like they kind of naturally slip into that role on the next game that they play. Right, like it's what's comfortable for them. So somebody is playing a game that literally is, you know, nothing but aiming, then you're gonna probably just run around and try to kill people nonstop in Apex and not worry about all the other shit. You know.
Trying to squad up on Tuesday for the new update.
Oh my god, I can't shoot.
Hold on a second.
I took a little break from Apex just because it was getting boring.
Anyways.
So I'm like super excited to get back into it.
Oh yeah, my panels are
Read my
bugging.
comment. Oh, I got two of my wisdom tooth pulled out because if I didn't, I would have broken my jaw. Oh crap!
No, if I went up on my face, you'd probably see it. My cheeks get really fucking red, and then everyone thinks I'm an anime character, and then everyone's gonna start ooh-ooing in my face.
Yeah.
I mean, game by the way. If you're
Okay, I'm asking him real quick.
On Tuesday, I believe there's gonna be a Twitch rival tournament.
Holy shit! Finally.
Oh, dude, that'd be tight.
Who's a Colat, Keck?
Yeah, I just needed like a break from Apex because it was just like super boring. So like I'm actually like mad excited to hop back in, especially with the new competitive like I forgot what they call it, but the competitive queue for being in the top 5. I'm so excited for that. And then the new battle pass actually most likely being good this time. Oh dude.
By the way, we get that patch in like a day and a half, dude.
I know. Stoked.
So excited.
Hopefully it's good. Hopefully they don't break the audio.
Why are they so far away? Like every single time they're just so
That is
far
true.
away. Hey, what was your brother's name who played Overwatch and who does he play with? My buddy who played in the league was asking. It is, yes. KSF_OW. You can use !brother in chat and it'll pull up his Twitch. I don't think he's streaming right now. He usually starts pretty late.
His name is
I just got like
KSFOW.
KSF. He was a pro player. If it's KSF, the one that I'm thinking of. Yeah, I used to play against him. I thought he was. So he has a brother that's playing on a team? Because I never knew that he had.
Oh, can you take damage?
If it's the same guy, we could be talking about different dudes.
The guy that I was playing with, his brother is KSF.
Right, I don't. I only have this.
Right.
Well, that first one.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I thought you were saying you're playing with.
This is definitely the beginning of
Okay.
the surprise, but I just want to do missions today. I don't really want to do my businesses at all.
Well, that's cool. I haven't been following Overwatch for season 2, so I have no idea what like the pickups are here and there. But I actually didn't know that KSF was on a team.
Oh yeah, you know
so
him well.
it's
Played against him
cool
several
to
times.
hear
That's
that.
awesome, dude. That's actually super cool.
Yeah, he
If he watch, I'm sure he watches his brother play. Even if he doesn't play Overwatch, I'm sure he picks up a lot of the aspects of what it takes.
Okay.
Play a game like that.
I'm gonna beat. Oh fuck!
Based off of,
You didn't get us, right?
Or having at least some
Free rig.
of an interest
One.
in it.
Lucia, monkey.
yeah.
It's something I've thought about over the years, playing different games and seeing different people come into different games.
Run
Like,
the first Lester
it's very apparent to me when people are, or there's certain type of players out there.
I mean, I need 2
based
people.
on
I wanted to
their
give it to you
experience
instead of
with
giving it
different
to
games.
random.
Oh, gotcha. Let me finish this one mission and then I'll help you.
Genji, you break?
I have a crayon.
Yeah, there's probably just on the official Overwatch website. Should show the.
Make it hard, position, everything. It's kind of cringe. All good.
That's crazy though. That just like a random dude that just like randomly hosts me and then like
The Valiant.
You don't have one tick on the board here for Paris.
But yeah, I agree. That's just one of those things, dude.
like oh, this out of nowhere, guys like oh,
Small world, man.
crazy.
Yeah, it says he plays for the Valiant, which is LA, one of LA's teams. So I think they have the Gladiators at least as well.
Or gladiators.
I thought it was Los Angeles as well. Like 2
Oh,
LA
you mean-
teams. And they may have added, like I know they added a bunch more teams for season, but I couldn't tell you who they are.
Los Angeles Gladiator. Yep. But yeah, just like random out of nowhere, guy hosts or raids me. I invite him in to come play with us, and he's good. And like, he happens to know. He's like, "Oh, would you play any other games?" I'm like, well, I played these games. I stopped playing like competitively, like around the Overwatch time when I had kids, and like, he's like, "Oh, my brother plays Overwatch. Plays it competitively." Yeah. And I was like, yeah, but you know, like everybody says that, you know, you're like, "Oh yeah, I know a guy," like, and I'm like, "Who's your brother?" It's like, "Oh, he plays," and then when he said that he played for the LA team, I was like, okay, well, nobody's that stupid. Nobody's gonna say. I didn't even go check to confirm if he was, because I'm like, nobody's stupid enough to name the team that their brother plays on, because they know I can just go look at the roster.
Right. That's awesome, man. The Valiant, by the way, is the team that got picked up as prior they were Immortal. The Immortals is the team name. Like we used to play against all the time, and
Oh, really?
Closed beta all the way to past release. Yeah. Like there were a couple teams I think that got essentially just picked up as a full 6-man roster, and then for season 1 at least, and then just like
How'd they get away with that? I thought it was like that was the whole point of the draft, was so that
there was no draft. I mean, if you want to consider what a draft is by saying every player out there is available for draft, and sure, that's a draft. It's not like my traditional sports means draft.
So you could pick your 6-man roster and offer those 6 people whatever you wanted to. They could take that team. There's nothing stopping somebody from paying for the best 6 players.
All you had to have was the official funds to buy into the league, and then you could do essentially whatever you wanted with your team, right?
But why didn't somebody with a bunch of money buy up all the best players and just win the league?
They kind of did in some cases, but you got to imagine Overwatch is such a team.
Yeah, you can't just throw 6 Biggie Tims on a team.
That's exactly what people found out, behind the scenes. Like, public eye never saw this, but trying to put together teams and just grabbing players and scrimming, and you might literally have the 6 best players in the world, but if you don't have the teamwork, it literally doesn't matter. So
yeah, and you gotta have that flick shot.
Exactly.
Oh man, it was just such a shame to see you guys not play. Because like it was the only time that I finally started to enjoy Overwatch.
Yeah, it would have been interesting for sure for this.
Because it was like finally a team was doing it the way that it should be played. Being like cutthroat aggressive and like it was such an easy concept too. Like it's like why is everybody playing the way that they're playing? Like I get that you gotta have everybody's got to make a push together. It doesn't have to be this slow. It doesn't have to be this whole like, all right, let's push out, try to get one down, try to get a shield down, try to get somebody killed, try to get them out of position. Nope, all right, back off, try again. Like it was like we're going 100 miles an hour.
Gaming style, depending on whatever game we're playing, it's pretty much the same. Just be aggressive 24/7, and it's funny because we always found that the more we tried to play at other people's standards, right, or what people considered meta or the correct way to play a game, regardless of what it was, it didn't have to be Overwatch, could have been Counter-Strike, the exact same thing applies. Our team played worse, always so much worse. And when we finally essentially let ourselves loose and broke the chains and just did whatever the fuck we want, what we thought was the correct way to play the game, not only individually but as a team, then we literally just overnight we're like one of the best fucking teams in North America for sure.
It's crazy. That's crazy how quickly like.
No, it was literally overnight. You have no idea. We moved into that team house in.
I'm in your squad, by the way.
Oh yeah.
You moved into the team house?
Late January, and by I don't know, almost I want to say a month had went by and we were just beating our head against the wall trying to still figure everything out essentially, right? Like scrimming 16-18 hour days and just like losing to just like random teams that you've never heard of in your entire life before, right? Like and just playing every tournament or match or scrim that we possibly could, and we just finally just like tuned ourselves out and just like said fuck it, we're just gonna play this way. And literally overnight, like you have no idea, it went from okay, the game's fun to play, but it's terrible, it's a lot less fun to play while losing when you're better than players. essentially
Yeah.
because you're holding yourself back, to the game was just like night and day different. Like so much better, so much more fun to play when you're winning all the time, and just like employing, you know,
Playing at your
will
pace.
on every single, you know, team or player that you're playing against was fantastic.
Yeah, no, I mean, I just felt like whenever I was watching you guys early on scrim and stuff, I was just like, this is just not like, this is just not like, it's like wearing a fucking turtleneck
Yeah.
at a bar trying to pick up ass. It's just uncomfortable, you know, like it's what it felt like. And then all of a sudden it was like,
Your champion.
and nobody knew how to react to it. Like nobody could deal with it.
No, because everybody thinks there's only one way to play the game, and when you not only mirror comps, right, but then have this play style that literally dictates the pace of the game, then there's no way to set yourself apart from other teams.
So many teams too, like defensively, like after pushes and stuff, like they spent so much time like resetting back up, like because they knew. It's like this thing, they just knew that nobody was gonna come and pressure them. Like they knew they were gonna have to wait. They knew that like it was gonna be like a formal push, like, and they just did not know what the fuck happened.
The enemies are shooting at me. I am down.
I'm gonna try to go help him.
Contact.
There's a guy down here. Apparently there's more than that guy.
I've been down.
Oh yeah. He's coming for you. Watch your back. He's up top. Right there. Oh yeah. You're back.
Oh no, no way.
Not only did that guy drop us in like the hottest zone, but he dropped us late into the hottest zone.
Yeah, I was trying to change my graphic settings, everything reset apparently. I literally landed on top of that roof. That was a quick way to warm up though. What's up?
I was checking my stream to see that the new settings, my encoding and stuff like that too, to see that I skip frames because that new RTX NV encoder.
The new encoder, yeah.
Something I don't have something right when I use that because I skip frames like mad.
Okay, you need to. I can tell you what to do. Do you want me to fix it for you right now? I mean, you have to kill the stream for a second, but yeah.
Is it worth it? Like,
I mean, so there's specifically one setting that would cause the issue, and it's the very first check mark that you can set. You can change the quality setting from max quality to just normal quality. Normally, max quality would be fine on a 1080p stream, but depending on if you're playing the game, and especially something like Apex, you're gonna have to turn it down.
I changed that.
You have it to just quality.
Changed that
max.
to, yeah. I changed the stuff to like normal. Put it on max. I've tried it with every different setting. The only thing I didn't try is
And you're sure it's the encoder that's overloading, like your GPU?
something's causing it to skip frames. It doesn't feel like my GPU frames don't drop in game right.
I just it was the GPU because you said it was GPU. Do you know how to look at the logs for OBS? You can find out real fast.
You can find out what's causing it.
Yeah, absolutely. So you have Streamlabs OBS or just regular OBS?
Streamlabs.
Okay, so I think it's C users. Yeah, yeah, somewhere in there.
Blobs client.
Data roaming. I'm trying to find it for you right now.
Log.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to stop the stream like right now to be able to look for it to update, but it would be able to tell you if you found the log file. You said log.logs?
Yeah, it's the file's called
under Streamlabs OBS in Romian. I don't think that's the right one.
Slobs Club.
Slobs Client, yeah, that's it. The log file is not the right one. It's the, where is it? Node OBS logs. And then once you like end the stream and close out of OBS, it'll be the very last one. It should be updated with the reset time set, like date modified. And there's some very helpful things in there that we can look at real quick if you want.
Like, is there a benefit to using that other?
Yeah, huge benefit, especially for your card.